where we have a listening here, where it says here, work in pairs. Let me see. Instructions. Roberto, could you please read instructions, please? Here where it says work in pairs.
Yes, Miss. Work in pairs. Listen to two telephone conversations with people who work in the building. In the photo, answer the question.
Okay. If you observe here, Roberto has just read a relative clause. Conversations with people who work in the building. You see, this is a relative clause. Okay, so we will listen to two different conversations. In conversation one, we have, where is Jeff calling from? And in conversation two, we have, why is a man visiting the building? This is a very simple exercise, kids, in which you will simply have to listen to recording one and recording two and answer or focus on answering questions 1 and 3, no more. After we listen to the recording, I just want you to go to the Zoom chat and put the answer. Let's suppose that this conversation is your listening exam. And let's suppose that questions 1 and 3 are the exam questions. What I want you to show me is how would you address the answers to those two questions? So that is what you're going to put on the chat. On the chat, you will give me answer 1, this one. Answer 2, this one. Got it?
¿Lo podría repetir otra vez, perdón?
Sure. Let's suppose that this listening is your listening exam. Let's suppose. Now, you will listen to two different conversations, conversation 1 and conversation 2. For conversation 1, I just want you to focus on answering question 1. Where is Jeff calling from? And then you will put the answer on the chat. Conversation 2. Question 3. Why is a man visiting the building? And then you will put the answer on the chat. Ready? So all what I want to see is how would you answer these two questions if this were your exam right now? Did I make myself clear?
Yeah, teacher, I got it.
Okay. Well, let's listen to the recording. You will listen to the recording twice. Please tell me if you are able to listen to the recording. Ready? Here we go.
Conversation 1.
Here?
Yes, teacher.
Yes? Okay. Thank you. Ready? Here we go.
Conversation 1.
Hello, Christina speaking.
Hi, Christina. It's Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. Where are you calling from? You haven't come in today.
I'm at home, but I'm about to leave for a meeting. Can you help me? I left a list of prices in the office, and I need it for the meeting.
Sure. Is it on your desk?
I think it's next to my computer.
I can't find it.
Oh, maybe it's in the filing cabinet behind your desk. Try the top drawer on the left.
Let me look. Yes, there's a folder called Price Lists.
That's the one. Can you email me a copy of the list with prices for next year?
Sure, I'll do that now.
Conversation 2.
Hello, Richard Roberts speaking.
Hi, I'm here to fix your copy machine. I'm standing at the entrance to the building.
Okay, great. There are actually 2 copy machines in the building. You need to come in the entrance and go up to the 3rd floor. Go through the door and you'll see the photocopy room. My office is next to it, so I'll meet you there.
Okay, see you in a minute.
Okay. Well, remember, you are simply trying to identify the answers to questions 1 and 3, no more. Let us listen to the recording one more time.
Conversation 1.
Hello, Christina speaking.
Hi, Christina. It's Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. Where are you calling from? You haven't come in today.
I'm at home, but I'm about to leave for a meeting. Can you help me? I left a list of prices in the office, and I need it for the meeting.
Sure. Is it on your desk?
I think it's next to my computer.
I can't find it.
Oh, maybe it's in the filing cabinet behind your desk. Try the top drawer on the left.
Let me look. Yes, there's a folder called Price Lists.
That's the one. Can you email me a copy of the list with prices for next year?
Sure, I'll do that now.
Conversation 2.
Hello, Richard Roberts speaking.
Hi, I'm here to fix your copy machine. I'm standing at the entrance to the building.
Okay, great. There are actually 2 copy machines in the building. You need to come in the entrance and go up to the 3rd floor. Go through the door and you'll see the photocopy room. My office is next to it, so I'll meet you there.
Okay, see you in a minute.
Okay. Well, let us listen. Remember, we are simply focused on, we are simply focused on questions 1 and 3. Okay. Let's go to the chat room. Okay. And so we need answer 1 and answer 3. In question 1 says, where is the man calling from? And question 3 says, what is the man there for? Or what is he going to do? Something like that. Okay, so I need to see your answers, please. Only Eduardo's answer is there. Okay. Anyone else? Everybody is supposed to participate. So write your answers, either public or private, but write your answers. Ready? Anyone else? Ready? Okay. Are you sure? Here we go. Well, let us check. Okay, thank you, Polito. I think it's the last one, right? All of them. Emmanuel, have you already sent your answer? Mari? Thank you. Okay, well, let us check. The purpose of this activity, class, is to help you improve your listening skills. Many times, the problem that some of my students have is when they are addressing the questions. So this is when they are answering the questions. Remember one thing, when we are doing a listening, you must be brief and concise, simple answers. The shorter, the better. Entre más cortas, mejor. Ahorita les voy a decir por qué. Las respuestas largas son muy buenas cuando nosotros estamos haciendo un examen de grammar. Ahí sí, son fantásticas y necesarias. Cuando estamos haciendo un examen de listening y un examen de lectura, es mejor que demos respuestas breves y concisas, brief and concise, short, simple answers, respuestas que sean cortas y simples. No se metan en el problema de la gramática y no le den a la maestra la oportunidad de checar la gramática de ustedes. Uno de maestro en un listening y en una lectura se debe de apegar a la comprensión. Lo que uno busca de ustedes es la comprensión del texto o del audio. Muy bien, si es comprensión lo que la maestra busca, tienen ustedes que darle la respuesta lo más concisa que se pueda, porque si ustedes extienden aquella respuesta, gramaticalmente puede estar incorrecta y la maestra puede tener una desviación en el sentido de que, mira, es que puso esto, pero aquí tiene un error de ortografía, y le voy a tumbar medio punto. No debería, pero sucede, muchachos. Entonces ustedes le están abriendo la puerta a la maestra la posibilidad de calificarles y de darles menos. No le den esa oportunidad. Ustedes tienen que cerrar filas para que la maestra se concrete efectivamente a checar la comprensión. Entonces voy a analizar las respuestas de ustedes y les voy a decir qué hicieron bien, qué hicieron mal y qué es lo que tienen que corregir. En el entendido de que cuando el listening venga, todo mundo pueda sacar la mejor calificación que pueda, siempre y cuando me hayan escuchado. Si no me escucharon, van a seguir haciendo el mismo error. Muy bien, la pregunta 1 dice, "Where is the man calling from?" Aquí la respuesta más corta, breve y concisa debe de decir home. Punto. Quien puso home, felicítese a sí mismo. Quien le puso his home, ok, está bien. Quien le puso from his home es suficiente. Incluso si alguien le puso from home, más que bien. No se metan en el problema de decirle he's calling from, está bien, gramaticalmente está bien, y cuando sea gramática lo que estemos evaluando, cuando sea un examen escrito, entonces sí, pongan todo lo que quieran poner. En el listening, no. Lo más breve es lo mejor. Porque, por ejemplo, aquí les voy a dar. En el ejemplo de Carlos Gamboa está excelente porque su gramática está impecable. Igual el de Mariana. Pero si yo me voy, por ejemplo, a la respuesta de Tania, Tania me dice, he was. El was es pasado y la pregunta que yo le estoy haciendo es presente. Si yo como maestra no me apego a que, bueno, ella al final de cuentas me está diciendo home y esa es la respuesta que yo busco, me puedo desviar y le digo, me puso was cuando debería de haber puesto es, listo, le doy medio punto. Y luego peor si me pone at y me pone his. O lleva el at o lleva el his. Entonces, tengan mucho cuidado con ese tipo de respuestas. Where is the man calling from? From home. Punto. En eso termina la respuesta 1. Entonces, el hecho de que le pongan in home, entonces ahí ya no aplica. O que diga for home, pues tampoco, porque ya está dando otra respuesta. Todavía el de his home entra. Ahora, por ejemplo, otra respuesta por aquí más que dice he's calling in home, nada. Entonces, eso es ahí donde se puede perder los puntos. Pregunta 2, bueno, más bien era la 3. Y decía la 3, no sé, what is the man, ¿cómo decía? Déjenme verla. Que decía, why is the man visiting the building? Ok. Why is the man visiting the building? Aquí debería de ser, why is the man visiting the building? To fix a copy machine. Ok. To fix a copy machine. Bueno. For a copy machine. Muy bien, pero ¿la va a recoger? No, la va a arreglar. Entonces el for no aplica aquí. En su defecto, ok, ven, ahí es donde les digo, muy bien, la maestra pudiera pensar, muy bien, puso for en lugar de, listo, le doy medio punto. Entonces, no le den la oportunidad. Sería, si le van a poner el for, mejor pónganle el to, y le ponen entonces to fix, para arreglar, a copy machine. Y olvídense de las respuestas largas. Es for a copy. Muy bien, pero Noemí, si le pones for a copy, me estás diciendo que va por una copia. Y creo que el hombre no va por una copia. Alguien más me dice, for a copy machine. Pues todavía pudiera entrar, pero volvemos a lo mismo. A lo mejor va a recoger la copiadora o va a reparar la copiadora. Entonces, si nada más me ponen copy machine, sí, pero ¿qué va por ella? ¿Va a arreglarla? ¿Va a cambiarla? ¿Va a comprarla? ¿A qué va? Muchas de las veces en el listening y cuando ustedes presenten un examen, llámese de Cambridge, llámese de TOEFL, de IELTS, del que ustedes les guste, les van a decir, si toman un curso de entrenamiento para hacer ese tipo de exámenes, les va a decir el trainer, los listenings en este tipo de examen se contestan con 1, 2 y máximo 3 palabras. Así de sencillo, máximo de 3 palabras. A menos que la pregunta de listening diga, explica en tus propias palabras, cosa que va a ser algo raro, pero pudiera suceder. Explica, entonces ustedes se pueden extender. Mientras tanto, no lo hagan, muchachos, porque corren el riesgo de que les digan, sí, bueno, pues le doy medio punto porque la respuesta está, he tenido alumnos que me ponen respuestas kilométricas y al final de cuentas les doy medio punto porque allá al final pusieron la palabra que yo necesitaba y solo por eso le doy medio punto, pero toda la respuesta kilométrica que me puso no sirvió para nada. Entonces, no le den la oportunidad al maestro de que les quite puntos por el error de gramática. ¿Estamos claros?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Thank you. Remember that in the end, this is a tip for you, right? If you want to follow it, follow it. If you don't want to consider, okay, don't take it into consideration, but then be prepared to pay the consequences. Okay, very quickly, let us begin. Thank you. If you remember well, last class, we were practicing with those adjectives ending in ing. We were practicing, and then we said adjectives ending in ing and ed. And if you remember well, we gave different examples. For example, when we say, let's say, interest, and then you said interesting, and then interested. Yes, do you remember that? Or if you say annoy, and then you put annoying and annoyed. Or maybe if you said bore, and then you said boring and bore. Yes, do you remember when we did that activity last class? Okay, thank you. Well, now I just want you to learn how we can probably develop those adjectives using the root, using the stem of the word. By using the stem of the word, you will be able to transform or to turn these words into adjectives ending in ing and ed. Let me just put another example here. Let's suppose depress. Okay, so what I want you to do is see the word and then transform. Remember, if the word is ending in E, we will probably have to drop the final E and then put the ing. Except if it's transforming into ed, well, okay, you simply add d. In some other circumstances, you will have to add ed or maybe the ing. And in some other cases, let me see, in some other cases, we will probably have to, well, even if we had this y, then you will simply use the ing or maybe ed. Nothing more. Okay, so let me just put here excite, and then let me see another one. Motivate and limit. Okay, just one more. Just another program. One more. Okay. Tire. All right. Let me give you these stems, these roots, and I will give you 1 minute for you to analyze for you to analyze and then come up with your own ideas about how I can probably add the ing or the ed so as to make the corresponding adjective. Are the instructions clear?
Yes, teacher.
All right. Thank you, Michelle. So let me give you 1 minute. And in that, I will plug in the computer because the battery is running out. So 1, you 2, give me the word.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, let us check. What do we have? Interest.
Interesting.
Interested.
Interested. Very nice. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. Right, and interested. Okay, option 2.
Any note?
Annoying.
Annoying.
Annoying. Annoyed. Very nice.
Bored. Boring.
Okay. Boring. And bored.
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 Amusing. Amusing.
Amused.
Amused. Very nice.
Depressing. Depressing.
Depressed.
Exciting.
Excited.
Excited.
Limiting.
Motivating. Motivated.
And motivated. Excellent.
Limit.
Limiting. Right?
Tiring.
Okay. And
Limit.
limited.
Tiring.
Tiring.
Tired.
Tired. Very nice. Okay. What I just want you to observe with this, by doing this exercise, is that no matter if the adjective is clear to you or if the adjective is new for you, the important here is that you know how to transform the word. That is important. If the word limiting is not really clear to you, don't worry. The purpose of this is that you learn how to transform the word. The translation is a different story. Right now, the important is, do I really know or do I really understand how to transform the word? That is important. Let's suppose that my word is exhaust. Exhaust. Okay, then it will be exactly the same story. This is gonna be?
Exhausting.
Right, exhausting.
Exhausted.
And exhausted. Pero teacher, yo no sé qué es ni les importe, muchachos. Ahorita lo importante es que yo sepa transformar la palabra. Lo demás es historia. Ya al rato veré, es que no sé cómo usar limiting. Ahorita lo vemos. Lo importante es que tú sepas transformar la palabra y que nada te detenga. ¿Por qué? Porque en el examen les voy a dar así, la pura raíz. Y ustedes van a tener que transformar esto y a esto. Got it?
Yes, miss.
Very nice. Thank you. Maybe here we can probably check pronunciation because I don't want to hear people saying interested. No. Or maybe here annoyed. No. Bored. No. This is going to be interesting, interested, annoying, annoyed, boring, bored, amusing, amused, depressing, depressed, exciting, excited, motivating, motivated, limiting, limited, tiring, tired, exhausting, and exhausted. Do you want me to give you one example? Choose a word. The one that you prefer.
Motivate.
Can I try with one example? Me?
Villarina.
Sure. Yes, of course. Go ahead.
For example, it's boring. It's boring. Go to the museum. I don't know.
The museum. Muy bien. Ok, aquí vamos. Chicos, si ustedes quieren empezar la frase así como su compañera It's boring, fantástico. Nada más no se les olvide ponerle aquí un to antes del verbo. Si no lo quieren hacer así, lo pueden empezar con el gerund. Ya saben, el gerund viene sobre el verbo. Y esto entonces diría going to the museum es así sin el it. Es porque ya el it representa a todo esto. Por eso, es boring. La que ustedes quieran, jóvenes, es la mejor que pueden hacer. ¿Listos? Acuérdense que en inglés siempre va a haber más de una forma de expresar exactamente lo mismo. Bueno, yo aquí les doy el abanico de posibilidades y ustedes escogen la que ustedes quieran.
Teacher, entonces lo escribimos en el chat o se lo vamos diciendo.
Ah, muy bien, ahí voy. Espéreme tantito. Ok, entonces, quedamos. Quien me dio el ejemplo de It's boring, bastante bien. Nada más no se te olvide ponerle aquí un to. Si alguien lo quiere hacer de esta forma, que es un poquito más complicada, hágalo, no hay ningún problema. Nada más no se le olvide que aquí tiene que ser así, con ing, con gerund. Okay, so it's boring to go to the museum, or maybe going to the museum is boring. Now let me give you the example. Somebody said, sorry, what was the word? Motivating. Okay, let me give you the example to your classmate. Motivating. Maybe, for example, working with a really good textbook is really motivating to me. That is example. Working with a really good textbook is really motivating to me. Teachers must be motivated when they are working in class, because in that way their students will be motivated too. Why? Because motivation is transmitted. If the teacher is motivated, but is also a motivating teacher, then eventually the students will become motivated.
Teacher,
Yep.
the Harry Potter books are really interesting for me.
Yes, definitely. And that's good. Okay, let's go to the chat. And then let me see your own examples. Okay, then let me stop sharing this and let me go. So, yes, just remember, Michelle, I am, el am ya es innecesario, nada más déjalo en get the press. Y en el going, nada más déjale go. Si quieres, vuélvelo a escribir. Holidays are coming and I am excited. Very good, Noemi. Today my biology class was interesting. Excellent, Mare. The Harry Potter books are really interesting for me. Yes, very good, Fatima. Climbing Hollywood Mountain is exhausting. It must be, Melissa. Muy bien. Excelente, Melissa. It's exhausting. Me imagino que ahí el es fue error de ortografía, ¿verdad, Melissa?
Maybe.
Sí, no te preocupes, suele suceder. Nada más quería aclararlo. Well, okay, let me see some other examples, particularly those people who have not participated. Come on, give it a try. It's tiring, have classes all day. Okay, Carlos, remember what I told you about two. It's tiring to have classes all day. Or maybe having classes all day is tiring. Both examples are correct, but you are just missing one tiny word. Una pequeñísima palabra, Carlos, es lo que te hace falta ahí. En el it's tiring to. O bien having classes is tiring, pero tu idea es bastante buena. Okay, very good, Jime. And the class of biochemistry are boring. Pero fíjate bien, Gael, en ese caso, como es la clase, tendría que ser boring. Probablemente you are bored. Ah, bueno, eso sí. Pero the class should be boring. Is the only one, right? Is the only one little correction. Okay, isn't very good, Tanya. Okay, and then soccer is more interesting when I'm in the stadium. Sí, claro que sí. Robert, just eliminate the article, but it's okay. The idea is pretty good. I'm reading an interesting book. Very good, Mariana. I'm stressed because I have a lot of jobs. But Jose Eduardo, you have different jobs? I mean, different occupations or a lot of work? Work, okay, so that is work and no S, remember. And tomorrow my dance class will be very cool. Yeah, but Mariana, what is the gerund? I mean, what is the adjective ending in ing? Probably tomorrow my dance class will be very exciting, maybe. And in that way, then you will say exciting. Okay. Yes, is that okay? Any questions? No more?
I think that no.
Okay. All right. Well, so last class, the French class was odd. Okay. Not really, Jose Eduardo. I'm afraid not. Was adding. What do you mean? Okay, first of all, Jose Eduardo, do you really understand the meaning of odd? It is. Yes, this is weird, is strange, is bizarre. But I'm afraid that odd is not exactly the kind of adjective that you can transform into an ing. I'm afraid not. Yes, the word is okay and is well applied. What I mean is that I'm not really sure that you can use it ending in ing. I mean, not every single adjective is possible to transform into odd. You see my point? Your definition is okay. I mean, the word, if you tell me my French class was odd, it's fantastic. You can also define a person, he's odd. So it's not, do you remember Dali? That famous Spanish painter, do you remember Dali? Dali was famous for being odd. Many people, well, I remember in my generation, many people believe and they said, oh, well, Dali is, they say, such an odd person. Okay, that it was their description. And yes, he was actually a very odd person, you know. But odd is not exactly the word that you can transform into ing. That's all what I say.
Okay, I understand.
Please.
Thanks.
Right. Yes, you're welcome, dear.
The adjective with the ing is for the things, for the situations, right? And what is something of you feel is with the ed.
Right.
For example, I'm bored when I wait a lot, or and it's correct to say I'm bored me when I wait a lot. It's correct too, or I need.
It bores. But then you're using it as a verb. It bores me. For example, if you tell somebody you bore me, okay, but then you are using bored as a verb. Yeah. So that means that you make me feel bored. Is exactly the same. You bore me. You make me feel bored.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes, the description that you said is correct. Well, let us move on and let me show you. This is the table with some of the adjectives that we were checking. I think the only one different here is confused. So this is going to be confusing and confused. Tell me something. If you are reading instructions, would you say that instructions are confusing or confused? The instructions.
Confused.
Confused, I think.
This is my question. If you are reading instructions, then instructions are confusing or confused to you?
Confused to me.
With this one? Or with this one?
Confusing.
Confusing. Yes. They probably confuse you. But instructions are confusing. So people feel confused. Got it?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. So if you are reading those instructions, this is when you probably say, you know what, these instructions are really confusing. I don't understand. They are not clear. Then the instructions are confusing. But if you say, you know what, I was reading and reading and reading the instructions and I am still confused. So I feel confused. Why? Because the instructions are confusing. Is that okay?
Yes, teacher.
All right.
Yes.
Well, let us continue. The way you will see this exercise on the exam, remember, will be as follows. Let me just show you the way you will find these adjectives on the exam. Okay, here it is. If this is a table, remember, adjectives ending in ing and ed. This is the exercise that I will probably include on your exam. I will give you the sentence and then you will have to complete the sentences with those adjectives into the correct form. The adjectives, this is the root: tired, excite, depressed, confused. Well, let me give you 1 minute for you to analyze the words. And then I just want you to come up with your answers. 1 minute. Okay. Can we check the answers? Can we? Volunteers. A.
Me.
Okay, come on, Fatima, please.
Letter A is tiring.
Oh, yes, but read the sentence, dear. Please.
Working with primary kids is usually a tiring job. My sister, who works in preschool, is usually tired.
Okay.
Christmas.
Is that okay?
Christmas.
Hang on.
Christmas is such an exciting season. The children are so excited. Santa is coming tonight.
Okay. Thank you, Fatima, very much. Somebody else?
Me?
Okay.
Okay, letter C. Saying street dog is depressing for so many people. But if you see, well, those animals are depressed too.
Right. So one is depressing and the other is depressed. Okay. Yes, continue, Noemi, please.
Math problems are really confusing. My children are really confused.
Okay, confused. Thank you. So this is going to be confusing and confused. Well done. Okay, thank you, Noemi. Does everybody agree?
Yes.
Questions, comments? Carlos, any question, any comment?
No, teacher.
Okay.
Teacher, in the C, no is in the first depressed because is the Sing Street Dogs is depressed for many people because if something of the people feel or no?
Well, but okay, but it's not exactly the way people feel. Is the view, the situation, what you are describing here. That is why it's depressing.
Okay.
Is the situation. And then, well, here we are not describing people, but animals, which is also very valid. And then those animals are depressed too. But yes, people are depressed. Okay. Well, now remember, we have been practicing. Okay. Let me see, Robert. Okay, there it is, Roberto. Thank you. Remember that here we have been practicing adjectives ending in ing and ed. That is the name. Adjectives ending in ing and ed. Well, now let us check some verbs that we usually say them, and we call them verbs followed by gerunds. Let me tell you about these verbs: love, hate, like, enjoy, prefer, and finish. All of these verbs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, these 6 verbs have a very particular characteristic. The characteristic of these 5 verbs is that when we are using another verb after them, these verbs must be ending in ing, and not because we are referring to the continuous or to the progressive form. No. We say, I love, for example, I love English. Okay, that's fine. But if I say that I love being an English teacher, observe then that when I am using a verb, because this is the verb to be, when I am using the verb be after love, is necessary for me that I include this ing, and not because it is progressive. No, progressive would be I am working. I am working as a teacher. Okay, this is the progressive, this is a continuous. But in the case of love, I am not referring to the continuous form. I am referring to something that I enjoy doing. I can also say my father hates, and it hates because my father is third person. My father hates watching, not simply watch, but watching the news on TV. My sister but not simply likes because my sister is third person. My sister likes playing tennis. Okay, and this is not simply play, but playing tennis. Many people enjoy. In this case, I don't need the S because enjoy is plural. Many people enjoy drink. No, many people enjoy drinking Coca-Cola. But some other people, because not everybody, prefer drinking Pepsi. Yeah, that many people enjoy drinking Coca-Cola, that's fine. But some other people prefer drinking Pepsi, definitely. And last night, when I finished doing my homework, I watch television. So last night, when I finished doing my homework, I watched television. I just want you to observe all of these sentences. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like these 6 sentences. I want you to observe them and tell me, what do they have in common? What can you see that these sentences have in common?
How, teacher? ¿A lo que se refieres? ¿Por qué estos verbos no tienen gerundio?
No, on the contrary. What do these sentences have in common?
Because every verb have its own feeling, no? Because say like, for
Sabía.
example, love, hate, like, enjoy.
Okay, so I insist. What do these verbs have in common?
The verbs in ing and
Okay. All right. So what do these verbs have in common? All of these verbs, what they have in common is that all of them are always followed by another verb ending in ing. Observe. All of them. I love being. My father hates. Watching. My sister likes playing. Many people enjoy drinking. Many people prefer drinking. And I finished doing. So conclusion, what do they have in common? All of these verbs are followed by another verb ending in ing. Yes? Hello?
yes.
No, but you...
Yes, teacher.
Okay. But are you really convinced? Por ahí escuché una voz que no está muy convencida, así como que yes, pero me queda duda. Dudas, chicos. ¿Cuál es la duda? No se preocupen, ustedes díganme. Quiero saber cuál es la duda. ¿Qué parte no nos queda claro que estos verbos le sigue otro verbo, pero siempre ese otro verbo que le siga tiene que estar en gerundio? ¿Ya lo vieron? Y no porque estemos hablando del presente continuo. No, aquí nadie está hablando del presente continuo. Aquí estamos hablando de que estos 6 verbos que están aquí en la caja amarilla, siempre que tengan otro verbo a un lado, ese otro tiene que estar en ing. Si no, no procede. Y lo enfatizo porque luego me ponen ejemplos. I like to watch television. Y yo estoy hablando de I love, no, ¿de qué? De I like. I like watching television. Eso es de lo que yo estoy hablando. Y hay quien me dice I like to watch. Y entonces yo le pregunto, ¿y qué cosa estoy haciendo yo? Muy bien. Vamos a ver después, ahorita no. ¿Por qué yo puedo decir I like to watch? Que en este caso sí lo puedo decir. And I like watching. Que este es el que yo estoy presentando. Pero ¿por qué después no voy a poder decir, thank you, ¿por qué después no voy a poder decir I prefer to? Porque no lo van a poder decir. I prefer to, no sé, go. ¿Y por qué la teacher quiere que yo diga I prefer going? Bueno, pues yo prefiero, la teacher prefiere que ustedes digan going porque este verbo de prefer viene en esta sección. Y no van a poder decir prefer to go porque después van a aprender otro verbo en el que sí pueden decir to. Ahorita no.
Y así el sentido, por ejemplo, los verbos, por ejemplo, que sí llevan ing, seguidos por estos verbos de sentimiento, o sea, no se traducirían así como de anoche cuando terminé haciendo mi tarea, no, sino es como de anoche cuando terminé la tarea vi televisión, ¿no? O sea, no cambia ahí el...
No, de hecho lo vas a traducir anoche cuando terminé de hacer. Tú le vas a traducir el infinitivo. Sin embargo, en inglés no le vas a poner un infinitivo, le vas a poner un gerundio.
Ah, ok, ya. Sí.
¿Sí? Ok, chicos, quiero preguntas, porque esto viene en el examen. Y después no salgamos con que yo no le entendí. Esto les va a dar una pauta para lo que ustedes van a ver en nivel 4.
Okay, teacher.
Por eso quiero que les quede bien claro. Yes, dear.
In the second part, in the I like to watch TV and I like watching TV. The video are correct?
Both of them are correct. Yes. Of
Okay.
course, in like, only in like, because many times, many students usually want to do it with love, with this one. No. In this case, love is applicable like love watching. This is the correct one. This one is the
Okay,
correct
only
one.
with like.
Only
Okay.
with like.
With the
And-
others, I need put the verbs and later
Yep.
the verb with ing.
Right, Roberto. Now, let me tell you one little secret. Even if somebody tells you, well, I like to swim, and I like swimming, and it's the same. Yes, it's the same. Yes, it's the same, but not exactly the same. There is a tiny difference, and now I will tell it to you so you know why, why I am saying that is different if you want to use the other verb. Okay, observe this, Roberto. When you say, I like to swim and I like swimming, in many circumstances is indistinct, is exactly the same. But if somebody tells you, no, there is no difference between I like swimming and I like to swim. No, yes, of course there is a difference. And the difference is here. When you say, I like to swim, you are telling me that you can do the activity and you like the activity and you probably practice this activity. When you are telling me, I like swimming, you are simply telling me that you enjoy the activity, but maybe you don't practice it. Again, if I can swim, Roberto, I will probably express this. I like to swim and I like swimming because I can. I like the activity, but I also have the ability to do that activity. But if I can't swim, in this case, only this expression will be possible for me. This one, no. Why not? Because I don't practice the activity. Maybe I like, yes, but I don't practice. And if I don't practice the activity, I can't say I like to swim. I like swimming, yes, because I like, but I can't. You see what I mean?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So, kids, if you like and you can do the activity, both versions are exactly the same. But if you like the activity, but you can't practice the activity, in that case, only this one is applicable because this implies that is part of your routine. Here you will say, yes, I like swimming. And you know what? I like to swim at 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay. I like to swim at 7 o'clock. That means that I can swim. I can. But if I can't not swim, in this case, my only possibility will be I like swimming because I like the sport. And I probably like, I don't know, Michael Phelps, but I can't swim. And I don't like to swim. Nope. But I like swimming. I like the sport. Got it?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes, miss.
So, that is the difference. Pero solo en like. En los otros no aplica. Los otros tienen que ser seguidos de gerundio. Like es el único y esa es la diferencia que va a llevar cuando lo expresan con uno y con otro. Well, okay. Now, please, one general recommendation on the exam, when we are on the exam, then this is the rubric that you will see, verbs followed by gerunds. Complete the following exercise using verbs followed by gerunds. Please don't give me the typical example, the typical silly example when you say, I love chocolate. No. This is a pre-primary example. What I need is this. I love eating chocolate. Okay. That's different. I love eating chocolate. This is what I am looking for. This is a level 3 example. This is preschool. Right? So please avoid giving me these examples. These are the ones that I need. This one, the one about chocolate. This one, no. Yes, give me an example using hate. And then the student says, oh yes, I hate you. No. I hate, I don't know, talking to you. I hate listening to you. I hate watching you, etc. You see what I mean?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Well, so very quickly, let me just stop here. Okay. Remember, the verbs are like, love, prefer, what else? Enjoy, what else? Like, love, enjoy, hate, prefer. That's it, I think. Okay, so listen carefully.
Finish.
Oh yes, and finish too. Thank you. Well, everybody, so each one of you is going to create his or her own example, and then is going to put it on the Zoom chat, and I will check your attendance with that example. If your example is grammatically correct, you will obtain an attendance. If your example is incorrect, you will get an absence. Con eso, jóvenes, les voy a calificar su asistencia de hoy. Excelente, José Eduardo. Si su ejemplo está bien, les pondré la asistencia. Si su ejemplo está mal, lo volverán a repetir y tendrán que... Okay. Well, entonces vamos a empezar. ¿Listos? I love studying. Muy bien, cada quien va a ir poniendo su ejemplo. Yo los voy a revisar y les voy a decir si está bien. Por favor, la I mayúscula al principio, siempre hagan la mayúscula. El pronombre I siempre debe de ser mayúscula. No importa en qué circunstancia o dónde esté. Really, Robert, reading math books? Yes, I suppose, because they are boring, right? Irela, Mare, ¿qué le acabo de decir de prefer?
Oh, sorry.
Pues corríjalo, le pongo falta. I hate watching. Okay, I love going shopping. I hate waking. Noemi, sin la A. Ajá, con que nada más diga waking up. Y en lugar del to, ponle at, Noemi, y lo vuelves a escribir. Medical physiology. Wow, Jesús, reading medical physiology. Uy, ok. Me encantó un ejemplo por acá arriba que vi de being told lies. Wow, qué ejemplo. Ay, ya lo perdí. Por ahí alguien lo dijo, being told lies. Ahí está. Sí, muy bonito. No se te olvide que lie al principio tiene que ser mayúscula. Noemí tiene que ser sin la A, porque awaken es el despertar, pero entonces no lleva up. Y en este caso el que tú necesitas es el up. Entonces hay que quitarle la A. Ya no lo vuelvas a corregir, pero tienes que quitarle la A y tienes que quitarle el to. Ándele, ahora sí. At 7 o'clock. Sin el artículo, pero bueno. Read my examples. Ay, perdón, Michelle. Ahí voy. Ahorita los voy a leer todos. No se apuren. Por ahí vi uno. hate work. Emanuel, tiene que ser working in class. Si no, no procede. Muy bien. Chicos, empiezo a revisar los ejemplos y si no hay dudas, si no hay preguntas, si a todo mundo nos quedó claro. ¿No hay preguntas?
No, Miss.
No, Miss.
Mi ejemplo, ¿me puedo ir?
Sí, ahí voy. Empiezo a leer todos los ejemplos y si están bien, pueden irse retirando. ¿Listos? Empiezo con Melissa. I hate being told lies. Very nice, Melissa. Good example. Bye. Michelle, I love going out with my friends. Excellent. José Eduardo, I love playing video games. Excellent. Bye. Robert, I hate reading math books. Excellent. Michelle, I like listening to music. Perfect. Hipólito, I love studying for the exam. Correct. José Eduardo, I hate watching Netflix. Really? Okay, correct. Roberto, I hate reading math books. Correct. Mariana Falcone, I like going to the park. Excellent. Carlos Gamboa, I love watching movies. Roberto Altamirano, I hate reading math books. Mari, I prefer... bueno, ya dijo Mari que lo va a corregir. Noemí, I hate waking up. And then Michelle, si todavía andas por ahí, el prefer tiene que ser con ing. Fátima, I love going shopping. Correct. Jesús Galicia, I love reading medical physiology. Okay. Melissa, I hate being told lies. Jime, I enjoy learning some new things. Very good. Noemi, I hate waking up at 7 o'clock. Michelle, bueno, no. Emanuel, creo que ya le dije a Emanuel que es lo que le va a corregir. Andreita, I like practicing Taekwondo. Wow, that's fine. Mariana Falcone, I love swimming.